Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. This is your host, Dr. Peter. Welcome to this week update. As usual, we are starting with our normal instruments, the DXY. We start with that because that sets the tone for other USD pairs. And so we need to see what next we are going to have in this market and across board. Now, remember that I've told us that we may likely see a leg and A, B, C to the upside. And at this point, we are taught that if market wanted to go to the downside, we said it's like at some point it was 70% chance that the market would be dropping and 30% to go up. Then last week I said it's now looking 50-50 that we need to see. And I remember the last video I made last week, I said this is a consolidation on a higher time frame. And when you see a consolidation like that on a higher time frame, what you should expect is that market is going to still push to the upside in the opposite direction. And that is exactly what the market has done. So you'll get to have this experience with time if you stay with me on this channel and you continue to like, so that we can have many views and promote these channels. I will be here always to guide you at the right side of the trade to be in. Now let's just move with it. Now, the market, when you see this, you might think that, okay, this market will never drop. And so you would have thought that it will never probably even get to this point in the first place and just drop right away. Determining the direction, immediate direction, the intermediate, and the long-term direction is key to success. And you must know at what point, there is a change, of what you may be having in your ability to decide, to detect and correctly predict what the market is about to do. It's a key to your success. Now, so what do we think? What I think here now is that the market is still going to the upside, but we are very close to the end of this large structure, and to give us an ABC to the upside. So market may cap this top without breaking this area. Market may cap this top or not. So you have to pay attention to what is developing here. We are very, very close to the end, and we'll be looking for the DXY to start to fall. I think the month of November, DXY will fall. Now, if we switch to the daily time frame, now this is what we said here. At this point, we thought it was going to fall here. The market moved up here, and we said with this wave here, we may continue to fall, but it depends on the next structure. And when we got here, this was not corrective. It looks impulsive, and this is example of a correction that we saw. And I told us here, with this correction here, market will push high. Now, this is the structure we had seen here that will play out in the middle here, which is a running flat. the A, the B, and the C, which give us a running flat in the middle. Now, we are very close to the end of this. And this is, of course, we expect this, even in this immediate wave here, we expect an A, B, C. And the B is completed, and the C wave is about being completed. And all you can do is to pay attention to the developing 5 waves to the upside. And when you get the ending structure here, you should know that the ending structure is what you are seeing. And then market will turn to the downside. We are very close to the point. The market may cap this top or not, cap it here, or break it slightly or not before we fall. But most importantly, it is not at this point where it's going to fall, but pay attention to these 5 wave structure to the upside of the way it's developing. Now, another thing I can tell you is if this is actually corrective to the upside, an ABC should not break 1618 established to the upside. So you can begin to look at 100, 123 possible coordinates for this to begin to fall, but it won't break 1618. On the 4-hour time frame, now we can't see this go into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mode. This looks like a wave 1, a wave 2. This may have completed a wave 3 here and a wave 4 of 3. It looks like a wave 3 here. We may have finished 3 here, or that we had a 4th wave of the 3rd wave, and this may be the 5th wave of the 3rd wave. So it depends on if we are going to see these develop into an ending structure. Now, that's where we are going to pay attention. This place is not a place to break for now. If price should come to break this level at 99.423, then we are going bearish. That means the structure has ended. So we could see this as 33, 34, and 35 to have the 4th wave, then finish up the 5th wave to the upside. So we are looking for an ending structure, and this move to the upside has ended for me. So we are going to see the way this is going to begin to move to the downside. Otherwise, it might just be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the ending structure that we will see develop. So we'll pay attention, but this is the level not to break for now. So the same way, if we go to euro dollar, of course, will give you an inverse of a DXY. It'll be slightly different. These we expect the DXY to cap the top or slightly break the top. I don't expect that on euro dollar. That's where it's a bit different. Let's see. It's similar, but you have to look at the difference there. So you can see the A, the B, and this is the C is far from this bottom. It's almost getting to the end, maybe somewhere here in the DXY, but it's far from this bottom. So this is not expected. I expect this might probably make it to this area of 14,650 or thereabouts before we see this turn. And the same thing, all you can look for is an ABC not breaking 1618. But if DXY would get to 1618 of the ABC, the best this would do is to probably get to 1, 2, 3 of the ABC. So I can't say more than that for now, but we need to see how develop the other structures they are developing. So let's switch to 4-hour here quickly to see what this one is presenting with us to us. This looks like a 1 and a 2, and this to me looks like probably this is the end of wave. Wave 3, yeah, this also can be a 3 and a 4th wave of 3 and 5th wave of 3. So we might be seeing the 4th wave developing here. So this may be going as a 4th wave of the structure, the grand structure, without breaking this top here. So anytime from here, without breaking this area, anytime, if this one will push a bit deeper, then it might just be the 4th wave. Then we might see the last wave to the downside. So what I still see here is one move to the upside and the last drop. And that last drop, we have to see the way it's making its wave. Now, on pound USD, let's switch to the weekly on pound USD. On pound USD, yeah, we had said this also, and when we were looking at way from here, you will think it won't break this point. So it's broken this point now. It's almost completed, but for me, I think there's still a one more movement to the downside before we complete this. It has broken it already, but we should expect, a reaction at an extension to the downside of 100 or 1, 2, 3 before we push, and that is going to really push up, to give us about 600, 700 pips to the upside if that happens. There's still one more last movement to the upside on the higher time frame. On the daily time frame, we had seen also when we were here that price may not break this bottom here, may continue to push. But again, when we now saw, the correction on the higher time frame, and I said, see, this thing is pushing to the downside. Now, where are we? We have broken this bottom now. We broke this, and price is doing this. I still don't believe that this is going to go up for now. I don't expect this correction to break here before we see the downside. I don't expect that. So what I can see in this last move, it's the A here, A, B, C of the B, and we are going to see this as the 5 waves. So this may be a 1 and a 2, which is already, it's more than an ABC. So I can see this one as a 1 and a 2. And this is the 3rd wave. This is going up as the 4th wave. And I don't even expect it to make it past this area of 32,218 or thereabouts. It won't even reach this resistance there at 32,500 if we are going to see one more drop. So resistance at 32,500, it's what we don't expect this to break to the upside. We're going to see one more drop. And after that correction to the upside, we are going to fall the last time before the price will make a U-turn. So that's what I see here. And on the 4-hour time frame, I think this is just the recipe for that 4th wave to the upside. That's the recipe for it. And like I said, I don't expect price to break this area to the upside. So price will come close to this vicinity and drop the last time sharply before we begin to see the upside. So that's what I can see according to structure and wave Then the next is NZD USD. NZD USD. Yeah, this is still dropping more. You can see the corrective move here. This is a drop, and we are very close to where this will drop to. Probably without breaking this bottom here, we may see the push to the upside. On the daily time frame, where do you want to really pay attention on the daily time frame? You should be paying attention to this area, around this area of 0.56271, 0.56452. That area, those are the areas I think this may drop to before. This is the super consolidation. I was warning people that this went on for more than almost 2 weeks, that this is consolidation. Price does not move like this if they want to, if they want to push it high, that they are going to fall. And I still expect them to break this bottom one more time before they take it up. Euro JPY. So what do we see on Euro JPY? Yeah, I see also that this also is nearing its end. I don't expect price to break this point right now. I don't expect. If they break this bottom, this will be a tall order. 17, we should not see 174.7 area looking for now if we are going to close on the upside on the daily time frame. So otherwise, it might just be we have taken the top and we are correcting to go more up. On the 4-hour time frame, so we have to pay attention to that. We are probably trying to form an ending structure on Euro JPY. So, and with this move here, we are seeing a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4 develop. For me, I see this as a 1, A, B, C of a 2, a 3, and the 4th wave develop. And this is probably going to give us the last 5 waves to the upside. And in these, we may have seen an ABC of the first wave, probably ABC of the second wave. And if this will push up to break the top without breaking this bottom, then that will be the 3rd wave of the ending structure. Then one more drop, one more high, they will turn to the downside. Now the last is gold. The last is gold. For gold, now let's first turn to the monthly time frame on gold. You may think this one is going to fall. I don't believe that. This trade is still on the uptrend. Yeah. So this is the way the candle most likely will close like this, and give you a signal that you have liquidity up here, and the price will still go up to take the top. That is what it's happening. This is where we have very close to 2 hours or thereabout for this month to end. It even has ended, but on the forex calendar, yeah, we have like 1 or 2 hours, for us to open into the new month. So, what are we going to see on the weekly time frame? Now, if we are correcting. This is the triangle that we came all the way from, an ABC of A, B, C, D, E, before we began to push up. And we had expected that, okay, this is a 1, this is a 2 here, a 1 and a 2, 4, a 3 and a 4. Will this be the low of a fourth wave for us to push? We will see. If we turn to the otherwise, this may go up to give us the fourth wave of this. This being a 1 and a 2. Or better still, yeah, this one. Being a 1 and a 2 to give us the fourth wave here. So the fourth wave here, if it is the fourth wave here, then we are yet to get to it. If it is the fourth wave here, we have pierced it. So we're in the middle of, would we get a much bigger correction or not? We still know that we still go to the upside, but it can turn a bit still lower. If I go to the time frame, I need you to see what I'm trying to say here. Ultimately, we are still going up. What I'm saying here is, this is the move that we ended here, an ABC of A of the triangle, a B, a C, a D, and a E, and we moved up to do a 1 and a 2. We may have finished the fourth wave of this move here and the fifth wave here. That's what I'm trying to say. Because this correction, in terms of an AB, looks slightly bigger than what we had expected. We had expected that around this area, we are going to push up to finish this, if it's the fourth wave to this. Now, the price has done this, and this move for me to the upside looks as if we are correcting much bigger, and we will see how we navigate this. So at the end of the day, we might just have an A, B, C of an A, then a B wave to the upside to drop the last time before we go up. It may just be that is what is cooking. So, and I'm giving us the two options now, that it does not look to me like the 1, 2, 3, 4 here, except price will continue to break up here. But again, it does look as if what the price is doing here, it's here, and we have the first push, A, B, C here, then we're now having the fourth wave here. So the fourth wave to this, we are still a bit, getting a bit far from getting there. So we should look at this most importantly as what is going up for now, to correct a wave B. And if it's a wave B, oftentimes it might not break the primary wave B here, but they might take it out, because wave B at times can be a bit aggressive, but without breaking this area of 42.66, then we should see another drop. So between this area and this area, if this will be a wave B, but we will need to see if this wave B is going rather impulsively or correctively. So if this wave B is corrective, then you expect a drop. So it will always give you a signal of something that does not have much momentum, that is just burning out. Either between here and here, you should get a signal to drop if you're going to drop. But for now, we are in a buy. If we turn to the 4-hour time frame, I think I've done much for you all on gold here. So if you turn to the 4-hour time frame, and the way price is grinding to the upside, this is not a ferocious move to the upside. This looks like a 1, 2 and a 1, 2 scenario, grinding, or like an A, B, and a C wave to the upside. And that C wave to the upside, we can see an extension of that C wave to between 1, 2, 3, 1, 618 around this area, and probably price may drop from there. So that is what it's looking like here. You can see the way this C wave correction went to the downside, and before we broke it again. This is a menu. This is a menu for a corrective wave B to the upside. But for now, we are correcting to the upside. Then we should look for this to drop between here and between this area, should drop to the downside again. I think with that, I've come to the end of this week update. Do like, subscribe, and please, each time you watch this, please like it. Like it. If you like what I'm doing here, please like it on the YouTube, and share the link with your friends. Urge them to like it. We need to push high. We need to push higher than I'm doing here. Thank you. Have a blessed week. Bye.